married and have a spouse, or you have a roommate, you have a friend that you stay with, you stay with your parents, it doesn't matter. It's important that we are mindful, so mindful and so aware of ourselves, even spiritually, that we are careful, because we can leave places, or we can be sometimes an unguarded place, or we can be sometimes an open door, or we can be sometimes an open source, or some way for the enemy to come into our homes if we are not careful, if we are not vigilant. As the word tells us to be vigilant, be sober and be vigilant, because the enemy he's looking for a way to get in and to destroy units, or any type of unified covenant relationship. Especially, he's looking for a way in. So if you as a spouse, if you as a roommate, if you as a child, or you as a parent, and wanting to make a secure space for them, a secure and safe space for them, that starts spiritually. That starts with you making sure, one, that you are covering them, and second of all, that you are covering yourself when you go out every day. If you go to work, if you go and work somewhere out of town, you go and work in a hospital, you go and work in a mental health place, you go and work in these places, you need to be careful and be mindful of yourself. Be vigilant even for yourself, that you're making sure that nothing is being attached to you, or that nothing is coming home with you into your household, and then suddenly you're wondering why arguments are breaking out, or suddenly you're wondering why distance is becoming between you and your spouse, or suddenly you're wondering why all of a sudden what seems to be fine between you and your family is not, because things are coming home with you. Things are being brought in from you not being aware. Things are being brought in from you being careless. Things are being brought in from you being ignorant. Things are being brought in by you, or things are being let in by you unknowingly. So be vigilant, be mindful of yourself. And if you care about who you even stay with, if you care even about yourself, make sure. We can't even allow the enemy to even have that much free play, to even have that much room to think it's not that serious, that you may go outside and go to someone's house, or go visit someone's house and pick up what they have in their house. That transfer of spirits is not real. Let me tell you that it is. Be mindful of yourself spiritually. Be mindful of what are you allowing to attach to you. Be mindful of what you are bringing home with you every day. Pray when you go and pray when you come back, and make sure. It's like when you get to the door of your house, what do you do when you get to the door of your house? If you've been walking around in dirt all day, what do? You either take your shoes off before you go in your house, or you dust them feet off, or you knock them clothes off. You don't bring no dust or no dirt into your home. It's the same way when it comes to these spiritual things. These things don't cross over into the threshold, because if they do, the enemy can get a foothold, and you won't even know where it came from. You won't even remember that day last week on Thursday when you had that interaction with so and so, and you was unguarded in a place, and this thing then transferred onto you. You didn't even know, and now here it is. A week later, it has totally manifested, and you're trying to figure out where. You got to ask God, where did this come from? Be mindful, be careful, watchful, be vigilant, be sober and vigilant. Okay, watching and making sure that you are covering and guarding yourself and your household.